SwiftData is Apple's modern framework for managing data offline. It's efficient, lightweight, and easy to use. In our app so far, we display data primarily from the Movie Database API. The goal in this section is to save and delete titles in the Download tab. If you're just joining us, the starting code is in the description, so you can code along. The first step in this journey is to get our title model, SwiftData, ready. Starting in title.swift, we can replace import foundation with SwiftData. Foundation wasn't used in this file, and the SwiftData import allows us access to the library. The title struct is what will be saved in our data, therefore, it needs to be marked with @model. To properly use this macro, change struct to class. @model converts a Swift class into a stored model that's managed by SwiftData. There are a few errors that happen with this change. The first of which is because init isn't used. Make some room after the poster path property, type init, and press enter to autocomplete. Adding init tells SwiftData exactly how to create our class from scratch. Without it, SwiftData can't properly initialize all stored properties when loading the model from storage. The next error is because our model isn't conforming to the decodable protocol. Scroll down, add a couple of new lines after init, required init, wait a few seconds, and autocomplete if it adds a decoder. Required init tells SwiftData how to create our model from the decoded JSON data. Since we also changed the struct to a class, required init makes sure any subclass can be decoded the same way. Before we complete the required init function, coding keys are needed to properly match the JSON's object property to ours. Right above required init, make some space, enum, coding keys, coding key, with braces. Inside coding keys, case ID, case title, case name, case overview, case poster path. Inside required init, let container equals try decoder dot container keyed by coding keys dot self. This line creates a container that lets us access the JSON data using the keys defined in coding keys. Now that we have our container, we can try to decode and initialize our properties. ID equals try container dot decode if present int dot self for key dot ID. All our properties are optionals because there might be a chance the server data returns nil. In this case, I found decode if present is a safe way to continue. We just need to complete this for the rest of our properties. Title equals try container dot decode if present string dot self for key dot title. Copy this line and paste it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Replace the rest of the properties. Name dot name, overview dot overview, and poster path dot poster path. Our model is SwiftData ready. The final step is to add a model container to our app. Open Blossom Movie app.swift. At the top, import SwiftData. After the window group closing brace, .model container for title.self. This creates a SwiftData container that knows how to store and manage title objects. It'll handle saving, loading, and keeping our model data in sync with the database. With this, our model is ready. We'll put it to use in the next one. Thank you for watching. Saving and displaying data is a critical step for any app managing data. Lucky for us iOS developers, SwiftData makes these actions very simple. We'll showcase this in today's video. There are two places we can save titles in the app. The first is the download button in our home tab. That's a good place to start. Open home view. Make a new line after title detail path. Type @environment, parentheses, \dot, model context, var, model context. This grabs our connection to SwiftData. With it, we can insert, delete, and save data anywhere in this view. Scroll down to our download button. Inside the braces, add model context dot insert, view model dot hero title, try question mark model context dot save. Here we insert the hero title into SwiftData and then try to save it. Adding some kind of feedback would be a good idea, but this works for now. The second place we save is inside our title detail view. Let's navigate there. Make a new line after view model, @environment, \dot model context, var, model context. Before we write the save logic, it's important to think about how our API data is structured. The movie database API has both movies and TV shows. For movies, it uses the property title. As for TV shows, it uses the property name. That's why we include the title name computed property in this view. It checks which property isn't nil and returns it. With this in mind, we shouldn't save the title to our database as is. This can result in a database where the name can be in two places. When we try to sort, a nightmare can occur. A simple solution is to modify the data before saving it. Scroll down to the download button. Inside the braces, type let save title equals title, save title dot title equals title name, model context dot insert save title, try question mark model context dot save. By putting the title name in title, we make sure the title is in one place. It's odd to see that let was used instead of var here. Remember that title is now a class, not a struct. Let only locks the reference, but the properties inside are still mutable. Therefore, let is okay here. It's worth mentioning that this wasn't needed in the hero title save. That's because hero title will only show different movies. As we discussed, movies already have their name in title. The save feature is complete. Before testing, we need to display the data saved. Let's make the last file of this project with Command N, SwiftUI view, next, download view, create. After import SwiftUI, add import SwiftData, make some space before the body, @query var saved titles, bracket title. This line tells SwiftData to fetch all the saved titles. It also updates the list automatically whenever the database changes. Inside the body, we can delete hello world, add a navigation stack, then a quick logic check. If save titles that is empty, text no downloads, padding, font, title3, bold. It's a good idea to display some kind of message if the list is empty. That way, the user doesn't just see an empty screen. Add an else after the if statement. We'll reuse our vertical list view to display the saved titles. One more thing before we test, open content view. Replace download string with download view. Please update both your API keys for the movie database and the YouTube APIs in API config.json. Press Command R to run. Our app is up and running. Navigate to download. The empty list message is showing correctly. Go back to the Home tab, press download on the hero title, back to download, and our title is showing. Because we reused the vertical list view, navigation is already included. Let's go back home and select the trending movie. Download that one. Back to download. All good. Everything is working so far. There are a few things left to do, like being able to delete, not allowing duplicates, and sorting. We'll tackle all that in the next video. Thank you for watching. Deleting data is just as important as saving in any app. Users will most likely have data that they'll want to delete at some point. SwiftData makes this action insanely easy. In this video, we'll demonstrate how we can accomplish deleting as well as sorting in SwiftData. I would like to keep things Apple native and have the delete button as a list swipe action. Let's open a vertical list view to get started. We have to remember that this view is used for both our download list and upcoming movies list. This is important because we don't want to allow the swipe action in the upcoming list. To help keep things separated, we can add another property. Make a new line after titles, let can delete bool. When this view is called, we can set can delete to true or false, helping us with our logic. We also need the model context to make changes to our database at environment, parentheses, backslash dot model context, var model context. Before moving on, scroll down to fix the error. Set the preview boolean to true. Scrolling back up, after the label closing brace, add dot swipe actions. Select the one with edge and content. Dot swipe actions allows us to define an edge, either leading or trailing. Leading will show at the front of the items, trailing at the end. For this action, go ahead and put dot trailing, tab over, and hit enter. I'll scroll down a bit. Inside our code block, we can first check if deleting is allowed. If can delete with braces. Inside here, make a button with a label. Our label will be image system name with quotes. Inside the quotes, hit Command-Shift-L, look up trash, choose the first one, add a tint modifier. Let's make it red. So far so good. Inside the button logic, we need to delete the title, model context dot delete, title, try, question mark, model context dot save. This completes our swiping logic. There are a few errors to address before testing. Open upcoming view, click on the error, fix, false. Lastly, go to download view, click on the error, true. Please update your API keys inside api-config.json, hit Command R to run. Our simulator is up, click on download, swipe the first title. It looks like I accidentally put the swipe action on leading. Easy fix. Go to a vertical list view. There it is. Switch it to trailing. Rerun the app. We're back. My apologies. Let's go to download. Swipe to delete the first item. Close the app. Reopen. Back to download. Looks good. We do need to check our upcoming tab. Try to swipe. Nice. We're not able to. Just a couple of more things left. I would like no duplicate titles in our data. That's an easy change. Open title.swift. Before var ID, type attribute dot unique. This macro makes sure that each title saved in SwiftData has a unique ID. Therefore, if two titles have the same ID, saving won't be allowed, preventing duplicates. I would also like to sort the list in alphabetical order. For this, open Download View, add a parenthesis after query, sort, :title.title. This macro will sort our SwiftData titles alphabetically by the title property. Remember, when we save our titles, we make sure all names go into the title property. Let's run this code and test it. Our simulator is up. Try to save the hero title a few times. Go to download, and it only saved once. In home, download a few titles so we can test the sorting. Get some TV shows. One more TV show. Back to download. Looks like it's in working order. We're all set with these features. There is a small bug left in the app. We'll tackle it in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bugs are a natural part of development. Where there's code, bugs can and will appear. We combat this by testing our apps and trying to catch bugs before production. At this stage, our app has all the features we wanted to add. However, if we go to the Upcoming tab, click on the first title, download, the screen goes white. It's important to note, this bug only happens on the Upcoming and Download tab. The common denominator of these tabs is that they were made with navigation links instead of navigation paths. Another reason not to use navigation links in production. The best solution is to rewire our Upcoming and Download tabs to use paths. We have seen this a few times in the course already. I challenge you to do this on your own and test your skills. Use Search View as a guide. For our purposes, when the download button is pressed, we'll dismiss the detail screen. This is definitely a workaround to show different options, but using navigation paths is a true solution. To start, open Title Detail View, make some space before the title property, at environment, open parentheses, \dismiss, var dismiss. This property provides access to the current view's dismiss action. We can call dismiss to close a sheet or navigation destination when needed. We'll place this in our download button after everything saves. Scroll down. After model context.save, dismiss. Please update your API keys in API config.json. Press Command R to run. Our simulator is up and running. Go to Upcoming. Click on the second title. Download. Nice. No more white screen. To finish off the iOS 18 version of this app, I want to display errors better. Please remove the API keys and rerun the app. The simulator is up, and as you can see, the home screen error is real sloppy. Going into the search tab, it looks much better. Let's have all our errors look like this. Inside Xcode, open Search View, copy the modifiers on our error text. Open constants, scroll down, paste the modifiers at the end for now, copy and paste the ghost button extension, rename the second one error message, get the modifiers, and paste them inside error message. With our new extension, we can go to Home View, Scroll down to our error case. Delete everything inside text. Type error.localize description and add the .error message modifier. I would like this error to be at the center of the screen. We used our geometry reader for the progress view last time. Scroll up to the progress case. Copy the frame modifier. Scroll back down. Paste it after the error message modifier. Before moving on, copy both modifiers. Open title detail view. Paste the modifiers on the error. Replace geo with geometry. We just need upcoming view. Same thing with the modifiers. That should be good. Please run the project. The errors look so much better. That completes the iOS 18 version of this app and the course. I want to thank you all for the support. We're going to take a break from YouTube and work on our first paid course. It's going to only use SwiftData and SwiftUI to keep things lean and fast. Thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.